Chris?
Yes.
Hey, we're doing a story on the FDA tonight, including some comments you made about the approval process. Reaching out to you for comment. Reached out to the FDA and they claim you have nothing to do with the department that approves vaccines, even though you said to my colleague that you did. So my question is, which is it? We're releasing the story in 30 minutes.
Well, my office is not involved in the approval of vaccines. Yes.
And we did get a response from the FDA, and the statement read that, quote, the person in the video, that's you, does not work on vaccine matters and does not represent the views of the FDA. So you're saying that you do in fact work on COVID vaccine emergency approvals, correct?
I'm a manager in the office that helps oversee the approval of the COVID vaccine for emergency approval.
Is this the first time you're hearing about the video? Is from me?
Yes.
Has the FDA talked to you directly?
They have not.
Wow. So they just made a statement without even speaking to you.
Well, I'm not involved. My office is not involved at all in the approval of vaccines.
Quote, you'll have to get an annual shot.
What I was referring to when I mentioned the annual shot is it's like the flu shot. You're not going to have to get it, but it's probably going to happen in the following years, an annual shot for COVID.
The FDA is not going to not approve the toddler vaccine. What did you mean by that? What does not going to not approve mean?
Well, it means it's likely going to get approved.
You're also on tape saying, if, quote, if they, Big Pharma, can get every person required to get an annual vaccine, that is recurring return of money going into their company.
I don't even recall saying that, if I ever said that.
You say Biden wants to inoculate everyone.
I'm not in his mind at all, but obviously, from what he said, he probably wants to inoculate more people than not.
Were you embellishing? Were you lying? I'm just trying to understand. I have you on video. We're going to publish this video of you saying these things. Chris, you say, quote, the pharmaceutical companies give you more money. Yes, that's great, and it increases the chance of approval at the FDA, close quote. I'm going to say that again.
Well, what I meant to say was it decreases the amount of review time for FDA, not it increases the chance of approval, because that saves them money.
I think the statement is very easy to understand. They give us the money and it increases the chances of approval. It seems to me a pretty straightforward statement.
So listen, sir, this sounds very much like a hack job to me.
How so? Give me.
I mean, you videotaped me talking with someone on a date, didn't tell me anything, didn't say it was being videotaped.
Does the
You're making a lot of out of context.
You weren't. We didn't bug you. You were speaking to a stranger, and you were speaking about your role in the FDA and the approval process for vaccines with children. So I think you should consider being a whistleblower and going on the. I think you should seriously consider talking to us in a more formal capacity. On the record. Why are you telling people as an FDA official things that are, quote, not true? Why are you behaving that way?
Well, I'm not saying that I didn't tell anything untrue.
You just said 30 seconds ago, now you're impeaching your credibility with me because you're telling me 30 seconds ago you made untrue statements, and now you're telling me you didn't make untrue statements. So which is it? Well, we are publishing the story, and I would like to talk.
I'm doubtful that I will be contacting you again.
I hope to hear from you again, and I will be contacting you because we have another installment tomorrow in the FDA, and I'd like to speak with you. I'd like to sit down and talk to you on the record. I'd like to interview you.
Well, I mean, if you publish a story as is, I won't be talking with you.
I think we can help tell your story.
I don't think you can. What you're going to do is you're going to create a shitstorm for me. But thank you.
You made the decision to make all of these statements to the public at large vis-a-vis a restaurant meeting. And I just happen to have in my possession a recording of that conversation. And it doesn't look good. But
From the journalist who I was having dinner with.
Correct. She is a journalist.
And yes.
And she didn't tell you that.
I wasn't offering this information up. She kept asking me, and I wasn't.
And she is a journalist, and she was good at her job. So
She's very good.
you've been there for 20 years inside the FDA. You know, and I know. You know where some of the bodies are buried. You know some of the fraud. You know some of the corruption. And you have an opportunity to tell the story about this. This story can either be about the behavior of the FDA, who isn't even talking to you and giving me a statement, or it can be about your behavior and your claim that you quote-unquote misspoke. The FDA won't even mention you by name. What does that tell you? You can give me the company line if you'd like, okay? And that seems what you want to do. But I'm giving you the opportunity to not give me the company line and to sit down and talk to me more. I've texted you from my number. I would like to speak with you again. It's up to you whether you do that. I'm here if you change your mind. But I encourage you to reconsider the company line that you keep giving me.
I can't imagine that.
I hope you change your mind.